Happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday. I'm wearing my Nutella because I'm Orthodox. So yeah, I want to talk about time and how it is or how it's not linear. Time isn't linear, but it is. I'm not a qualified physicist, or nor am I like a qualified metaphysicist, any of that. This is purely like my own interpretation of things. I don't want to hear no one in the comments being like, oh, you can't have your interpretation of XYZ, the maths checks out. Please, I don't care about none of that. And I want to speak about it because it relates to why I think we shouldn't be so hesitant to do things, because the thing that you want to do, or the thing that's going to happen, has already happened. Because the way I like to put it is, there's glass panels, right? This is how I view time and how we as people, things move through time. So there are glass panels. The distance between each one, I don't know. There's for your timeline, there's finite ones behind you. So let's say 3 to 5, I don't know. These are just let me land. So let's say there's 3 to 5 in this example, glass panels behind you. And these glass panels, you can phase through them. That's how you move past time, you're walking through them. Now there are infinite or indefinite amount of glass panels ahead of you, because that's the future. So the ones behind you are the past, the ones in front of you are the future. The ones you're currently phasing through, so let's say you'll be in between one glass panel for 10 years. I'm just making numbers up. But the ones you're currently phasing through are the present, basically. So you've got the past, the present, and the future. Now, in the past, I've spoken about how people, when they get anxious and stuff, or when they get indecisive, is because they try to look at the present and the future through the lens of the past. So they're not really in the moment, if that makes sense. They're always thinking about what's to come. And that's often where people fall short and go wrong. In what I'm explaining now is why you don't need to be so, oh my gosh, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do that, because it's already happened, just not in this timeline. But this is one segment of time that I'm speaking about, because I truly believe everything that's going to happen, every future event has already happened in a different timeline. Every single possibility ever that could have ever happened has happened in a different timeline. And even in this timeline, everything that you're anticipating, or everything that's going to happen, it's already happened. You just haven't walked through that glass panel yet. Does that make sense? Stay with me now. So you're in the present time glass panel. You can't really see what's in the future. You don't know what's going to happen. You can anticipate, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. So that leaves room for confusion and oh my gosh, what do I do? I'm so anxious, I don't know what to. You're always thinking about the future, but the thing is, you're never going to know what's coming. Only God really knows what's coming. So, sorry, no one saw my crusty hands. No one really knows what's to come except from God. That's one reason why I tell people, do not be stressing about the future. That's the ultimate reason. Only God knows. Now, the second reason, which I'm explaining right now, is that the glass panels in front of you, they're already there. It's not a thing where as you walk, they start to form, maybe we can have this thing happen tomorrow, or this thing can happen, we don't know. No, it's already there. You just need to pass through it. That's why I like to use the phrase life doesn't happen to you, it happens through you. That's how I like to think of it, because nothing is happening to you. You're literally in this whole world, you are one section. If you're playing a video game and you say, oh, something's happening to the character, it's more like the events surrounding, the events are surrounding that character, not happening to, because then it just makes it seem like you're the center of the universe, which you're kind of not. That's kind of a narcissistic way to view things. You're not that important, you're not important, so stop stressing. Yeah, that's just how I view things. And yeah, as I was saying, the glass panels in front of you, they're already there. So everything is basically set. Sorry, there's people walking by, I'm just getting distracted. There's people already there. Sorry, the glass panels are already there. So number one, you shouldn't need to stress, because whatever you're thinking of, you're stressing for no reason, essentially, because the panels are already set there. So what exactly are you stressing over? There's nothing you can actually do to change it. Now that's where things get controversial, because that's where the whole destiny thing, fate, my personal view is, because I'm religious, and even if I wasn't religious, like, this is my view, again, things are already set out. I truly don't believe that you can change your, I don't like the word fate because it makes it seem like you're out of control, but you are out of control. You don't have control over anything in this life except the things that are directly happening like around you. For example, you can choose to drop that pen or not, but it was already written if you decided to drop it or not. But if you decide to change your mind halfway through and be like, I can break out the matrix, I can change what I was about to do. Let's say you were about to initially drop the pen, and then you actually hold on to it. You think you're doing something smart. In reality, there's another timeline. Like, it's split. The way I like to think of it, I saw this video explaining like string theory, I think it was, or chaos theory of quantum mechanics or something. And the way they depicted it was that, think of it like a reel of film, and it splits off, like it goes like a half. I don't know how to explain it. Like, one is still, it's like it goes like that. So two have already been, like, a binary has been created where you decided to do one action, or you don't just decide to do one action, but that indecisiveness in itself is an action. So you've already split off because it's already a realm where you are decisive. Does this make sense? Basically, everything that you can anticipate has happened or is happening in a different timeline. So you don't need to worry about, oh, I need this job. In another life, you have that job. Not another life, but another timeline, whatever you want to call it. You have that job. Like, it's done. Like, this isn't the only time frame. That's not how, it's not. Or, I don't know, are me and my girlfriend gonna be happy together? Me and my boyfriend gonna be happy together? That's already, if you're unhappy in this timeline, there is a timeline where you guys are happy. There's a timeline where you guys never met. There's a timeline where you guys are already married. There's a timeline for if you guys just became friends. There's a timeline for every single scenario, every single one. So you don't need to stress about what's happening in this one. Do what you truly want to do. Because, you know what I realized? I feel like people, they get so indecisive that they choose like the bad option. They're indecisive, so they end up choosing the bad option, as in like oh, I don't know whether I should like break up with my boyfriend or not. I don't know if I should quit this job or not, but for the plot or just to be happy, let me keep this job or let me keep this bad relationship. You doing that, you're sacrificing what you actually want to do. If you actually want to quit that job, don't just stay at the job for the sake of it. If you want to quit, because there's a timeline where you are happy at your job. So do what you want in this timeline. You literally only live once. The you that's watching this video, you only live once. There are other timelines, whatever, where maybe, God forbid, you died early, you died too old, I don't know. Again, every possibility is there. So you don't need to really stress about decisions. And it's like, that's not for me to say, oh, do whatever you want to do. Don't be irresponsible. You didn't hear that from me. I never said that. I'm saying make an informed decision that you are not going to regret. Do exactly what you genuinely want to do, because there's already a timeline where you've chosen B instead of A. There's A, B, C, D, all the way to Z and beyond timelines. In this one, choose what you want to do in this timeline, because whatever you choose to do here, it doesn't necessarily affect the other ones because they were bound to happen anyways. It's more so you don't have to think, oh, I wish I did this, or what if I did that. Like that already ties into the whole fear of missing out thing, because with FOMO, it's like you're literally split between choices. You have the fear of missing out. I always tell people, don't fear about like missing out and stuff. If you want to join in the activity or whatever you're fearing to miss out on, do it in this one. If you don't want to, there's a timeline where that's already happened. So you don't really need to worry. You don't need to worry. It's already happened. It's happening. Those glass panels are very much still there. So it gives me comfort to know that I don't need to really stress. That's what I rarely stress about anything these days. Not because my life is perfect. No one's perfect. No one's life is perfect. I don't stress about anything these days because everything that's like going to happen is going to happen. It's meant to happen. Everything that's meant to happen is going to happen. And then the religious ties, what God puts out for me is what is meant for me. His will be done. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, that's just me saying that. I think there was a title on YouTube, someone put something like, oh, don't worry, you're not in control. Because I feel like as humans, we're control freaks. You don't need to like be worried trying to control everything. That will stress you out. Why do you need to control everything? That's why you're stressed. Stop stressing. Stop trying to control. Let go. Like, I think it's a Chinese, I don't know if it's a parable or anything. Wu Wei. That's a whole different video. I hope my point was gotten across, because you guys need to stop stressing about everything, especially as uni students and young people in general, whatever age you are watching this. Stop stressing. The thing that you're stressing over has already been decided. Just let it happen, bad or good, because there's a timeline where the good happens, the bad happens, neither of them happen. There's a bajillion things that have already happened. You're stressing over this one timeline when it's already happened. Why are you stressing? When I ask you why you're stressing, try and figure out an answer as to why you're stressing. You don't really have a reason to stress. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense?